Lichgate on High Road. O triumphant and transporting thought that some antiquary in years to come shall unearth Lichgate on High Road and consider it a site memorable in the annals of Tallahassee. But that exhuming Lichgate, he had imagined he had found himself among the shades of Tudor England of the 16th century. Foundations of the present are quite literally laid on the ashes of the past.
There's just like an unreal feeling to it. Like there's something about it that's like, I don't want to say magical, but just special, something that like resonates with a person.
I have had so many people come through here and say things out of context that I know they just let their guard down. And it's such a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. And maybe it's something about Dr. Jepson, how she was such a giving person and lived such a simple life and believed in the simplicity and the power of words and the power of love and the power of inclusion. And we've tried to carry that on because the tree is magnificent, the cottage is magnificent, but we can't forget Dr. Jepson and who she was. Laura Jepson was a farm girl originally. She lived a very simple life. She owned one car her whole life, and her home reflects that.
We find the Sunshine State's capital city. This is Tallahassee, where lavish hospitality depicts the Southland at its gracious best.
She got a position here at the Women's College at FSU, and she was looking for a place to build a home. And she said that she walked from one end of this county to the other, but she kept being drawn back, and it was a tree that kept drawing her back. That was her main focus. The tree pulled her in. And so when she built her cottage, if you look, you can see how the window, you can sit and have a view of the tree. She put so much thought in such a small place. All of the inside is old cypress and the outside is redwood. And the stones of the foundation of the cottage is one of the oldest granites and hardest granites you can come across. And if you would have gone into some of the chapels in medieval England, if you look at the cross members, you would very much see the same style that holds up the ceiling inside. Lichgate was a corpse gate going into the church cemetery. And back then, unless you were a nobleman, you didn't have horses. You were walking, and you were also carrying your burden, which would be the coffin, or if the person was, swaddled in cloth. So you would get to the Lichgate, and it was a place that you could stop and take rest and pull yourself together and lay down your burden that you're carrying. She said that her Lichgate was her place of retrospect.
I think students need a place where they can slow down. I think student life is so hectic and, I have to get to class, I have to get here, I have to get there. And this is a place where you get to just stop and spend time maybe with a friend or with your dog, and it's just a place to relax. And I think a lot of students could use a little bit more of that in their lives.
It's so great when I see students come out that have never actually had their hand in the dirt and ask me, are there bugs? And I went, yes, but you're bigger. And I've had so many students go, hey, this is all we need.
I think Lichgate really brings people together. I mean, I've definitely come here with friends and had picnics. I've had group sessions here. This is a place where people can come together and be together, and you don't have to deal with the outside world. I've come here and just turned my phone off, and just spent time being here. And I think a lot of people could really benefit from that, from separating from the world and being just with nature for a moment.
I've noticed they'll come and they'll be reading, they'll hang hammocks, or they'll just be laying out in the grass, on blankets or talking and visiting. But there's a quietness and there's a peacefulness, and they seem to leave their personas at the sidewalk. It's the small places in every community that get lost, but yet give it the flavor and the distinction from the community next door. And unfortunately, those are the places that get lost. And I think that when you come here, in some way, that teaches what saving a small little space can offer to a community.
I think this is just a place that's open for everybody. I think this is a safe space, a safe haven, and everybody's welcome here. And if this place was to close, then a lot of people would lose a place that's dear to them, that they love.
To keep this going, I go, I'm relying on you. You have to patrol it. You have to watch over it. It's that part of the ownership that you start feeling it. It's the ground, it's a terra firma that you stand on that means so much that we've gotten separated. My hope for the future, that it never becomes commercialized, that the grass is always a little bit too long, there's always a little bit few weeds to pull, find something different. And that's their journey. And for some reason, this allows that journey. And maybe sometimes it's just a crack in the door for them. Maybe it's just the first baby step. Or maybe it's something that they have found that they've been looking for a long time, and they didn't know they were looking for it. But for everyone, it's different. For everyone, it's different.